1. Indifference. It often shows a lack of interest or concern about something. When someone says, whatever, it can mean they don't really care about the outcome. 2. Flexibility. Sometimes it can indicate a willingness to go with the flow. For example, if someone asks what you want to eat and you say, whatever, it shows you're open to suggestions. 3. Dismissal. It can also be used to brush off a conversation or topic, signaling that the speaker doesn't find it important. 4. Acceptance. In some contexts, it can mean accepting a situation as it is without resistance. So, whatever can carry different meanings depending on the tone and context. What do you think about use in conversations? That's a thoughtful question. Indifference can have both negative and positive aspects, depending on the context. Negative aspects. 1. Lack of empathy. Indifference can lead to emotional distance in relationships, making people feel neglected or unimportant. 2. Social issues. When people are indifferent to societal problems like injustice or environmental issues, it can prevent change and progress. Positive aspects. 1. Emotional protection. Sometimes, being indifferent can help protect your emotions, especially in stressful situations. It can be a way to cope with overwhelming feelings. 2. Letting go. Indifference can allow you to let go of things that don't matter, helping you focus on what truly does. It's like saying, I won't let this bother me. So, while indifference often has negative connotations, it can also serve a purpose in certain situations. What do you think? Can you see any positive sides to indifference in your own life? Great question. Indifference and peace of mind are related but quite different. Indifference, it often involves a lack of concern or interest in something. It can mean you're emotionally detached or uninvolved. While it might seem calm on the surface, it can stem from avoidance or a refusal to engage with feelings or situations. Peace of mind. This is a state of mental and emotional calmness, where you feel content and at ease with your thoughts and feelings. Peace of mind usually comes from acceptance, understanding, and a healthy processing of emotions. It's about being present and balanced. In short, indifference can sometimes be a defense mechanism, while peace of mind is a more positive, proactive state of being. Do you think it's possible to find peace of mind without confronting indifference? People can become indifferent in certain situations for various reasons. 1. Emotional overload. When faced with too much stress or emotional turmoil, some people shut down as a way to cope. Indifference can feel like a protective shield. 2. Fear of vulnerability. People might be afraid to show their true feelings or engage deeply because they fear rejection or judgment. Indifference becomes a way to. You asked why people become indifferent in certain situations. It's a really interesting topic. Did you want to explore it further or ask something else? Yes, indifference can definitely be a form of self-protection. When people feel overwhelmed by emotions, stress, or difficult situations, they might choose to be indifferent as a way to shield themselves from further pain or vulnerability. Here are a few ways it acts as self-protection. 1. Avoiding hurt. By being indifferent, people can distance themselves from situations or relationships that might cause them emotional pain. 2. Reducing anxiety. Indifference can help manage anxiety by allowing someone to disengage from stressful thoughts or feelings. 3. Coping mechanism. For some, it's a learned response to cope with trauma or difficult experiences. It helps them navigate through tough times without feeling too much. 4. Maintaining control. Indifference can give a sense of control over one's emotions and reactions, making it easier to handle challenging situations. While it can serve as a protective measure, it's important to recognize when it might be keeping someone from connecting with others or addressing underlying issues. What do you think about indifference as self-protection? Does it resonate with your experiences?
Okay, so can indifference be a response to overwhelming emotions?
It sounds like you might be calling for someone. Is Mustafa someone you want to include in our conversation? Or is there something specific you want to share about him? Got it, so. Got it, so. Yes, indifference can definitely be a response to overwhelming emotions. When emotions become too intense or difficult to manage, some people might shut down or become indifferent as a way to cope. Here's how. 1. Emotional overload. When feelings like sadness, anger, or anxiety become too much, indifference can act as a defense mechanism to create distance from those emotions. 2. Avoidance. Instead of facing difficult emotions, people might choose to ignore or dismiss them, leading to a sense of indifference. 3. Survival mode. In tough situations, focusing on indifference can help someone feel more in control, allowing them to navigate through challenges without becoming overwhelmed. 4. Temporary relief. Indifference can provide a temporary escape from emotional pain, but it may not address the root causes of those feelings. While it can be a coping strategy, it's essential to find healthy ways to process emotions in the long run. What do you think about using indifference as a response? Have you seen it in your own life or around you? Indifference can have a significant impact on personal growth, often in a negative way. Here's how. 1. Stunted emotional development. When someone is indifferent, they might avoid confronting their feelings, which can hinder emotional maturity and self-awareness. 2. Limited connection. Indifference can create distance in relationships, making it hard to form meaningful connections or to receive support from others. Healthy relationships are crucial for personal growth. 3. Avoidance of challenges. Personal growth often comes from facing challenges and learning from experiences. Indifference can lead to avoiding difficult situations, which means missing out on valuable lessons. 4. Lack of motivation. When someone is indifferent, they may lack the drive to pursue goals or passions, leading to stagnation in their personal and professional life. 5. Missed opportunities. Indifference can cause people to overlook opportunities for growth, whether it's trying new things, learning, or stepping out of their comfort zone. Overall, while indifference might feel like a protective measure, it can ultimately hold someone back from reaching their full potential. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see any ways indifference might have affected your own growth or that of people around you? Using whatever to avoid arguments is pretty common. Here are a few reasons why people might do that. 1. Desire for peace. Sometimes people just want to keep the peace and avoid conflict. Saying whatever can be an easy way to back down and prevent a heated discussion. 2. Emotional overwhelm. In the heat of the moment, it can be hard to articulate feelings or thoughts clearly. Saying whatever can be a way to sidestep the emotional intensity. 3. Feeling unsupported. If someone feels like their perspective isn't being heard or respected, they might use whatever as a way to disengage rather than continue a frustrating conversation. 4. Avoiding responsibility. It can sometimes feel easier to dismiss an issue rather than confront it, especially if it requires taking responsibility or making changes. 5. Deflection. Using whatever can serve as a deflection tactic, allowing someone to shift focus away from the argument and onto something else. While it can seem like a quick fix, using whatever might not address the underlying issues and can lead to unresolved feelings. Do you find yourself using whatever in arguments? What do you think about it as a way to avoid conflict?
Okay,
Got
so how is indifference connected to the mental health of a human?
Indifference can have a complex relationship with mental health. Here's how they're connected. 1. Emotional numbness. Indifference can be a sign of emotional numbness, which is often linked to conditions like depression or anxiety. When someone feels indifferent, they may be struggling to connect with their emotions. 2. Coping mechanism. For some, indifference serves as a coping strategy to deal with overwhelming feelings, but it can also prevent them from processing emotions in a healthy way. 3. Isolation. Indifference can lead to social withdrawal and isolation, which can exacerbate feelings of loneliness and negatively impact mental health. 4. Avoidance of issues. When people are indifferent, they might avoid addressing mental health challenges, which can lead to worsening symptoms over time. 5. Impact on relationships. Indifference can strain relationships, making it harder to connect with friends and family. Healthy relationships are essential for good mental health. 6. Barrier to seeking help. People who feel indifferent might be less likely to seek help or support, which can hinder recovery or improvement in mental health. Recognizing indifference and its effects can be a crucial step toward better mental health. What are your thoughts on this connection? Have you
Okay,
noticed indifference
can
affecting mental
indifference
health in yourself or others? All right, if you have any more questions, or if there's something else you want to chat about, just let me know. I'm here
okay,
for it. What's on your mind?
okay, so can indifference be mistaken for maturity?
Absolutely. Indifference can sometimes be mistaken for clarity. Here's how that happens. 1. Calm demeanor. People might interpret a calm, indifferent response as a sign of emotional control or maturity, thinking that the person is handling situations with grace. 2. Avoiding drama. Some might view indifference as a way to avoid unnecessary conflict, which can be seen as a mature approach to handling relationships. 3. Detachment. People may associate emotional detachment with maturity, believing that it reflects a level-headedness and an ability to not get caught up in feelings. 4. Perceived wisdom. Indifference can be viewed as wisdom. Someone who doesn't let things bother them might be seen as having a deeper understanding of what really matters. However, while it might appear mature on the surface, true maturity often involves emotional awareness, vulnerability, and the ability to engage with feelings and relationships authentically. What do you think? Have you seen difference mistaken for maturity in your experiences?
Yes, how does indifference impact friendship?
Indifference can have a pretty significant impact on friendships. Here's how. 1. Lack of connection. When one person is indifferent, it can create distance and make it hard to form a deep emotional bond. Friends need connection to thrive. 2. Communication breakdown. Indifference can lead to misunderstandings and poor communication. If someone isn't fully engaged, important conversations might be missed. 3. Feelings of rejection. The indifferent friend might unintentionally make the other feel unimportant or rejected, which can hurt the friendship over time. 4. Avoidance of conflict. While it might seem like a way to avoid fights, indifference can also mean avoiding necessary discussions that help friendships grow stronger. 5. Limited support. Friends often lean on each other during tough times. Indifference can prevent one friend from being there for the other when they need support. 6. Stagnation. Friendships need nurturing to grow. Indifference can lead to stagnation, where the friendship doesn't evolve or deepen. Overall, while it might seem easier to be indifferent, it can really undermine the foundation of a strong friendship. What are your thoughts on this? Have you noticed indifference affecting any friendships in your life?
No, I have never. Okay, so why can indifference hurt more than anger?
Indifference can sometimes hurt more than anger for several reasons. One, lack of engagement. Anger often comes with passion and emotional involvement. Indifference, on the other hand, feels like a complete disengagement, which can be more painful because it suggests that someone doesn't care at all. Two, emotional disconnect. When someone is indifferent, it can create a feeling of isolation. You might feel like you're not valued or important, which can sting more than anger. Three, uncertainty. Indifference can leave people confused about where they stand in a relationship. With anger, at least there's clarity about emotions and issues. But indifference can feel ambiguous and unresolved. Four, absence of resolution. Anger, great question. Some people become more independent after a hard day for a few reasons. One, self-reliance. Tough days can push people to realize they can handle challenges on their own, boosting their confidence and independence. Two, reflection. After a hard day, people might reflect on their experiences and realize they have the strength to navigate their own lives,
Any,
leading to a sense of autonomy. Three, desire for control.
any,
Difficult situations can make people feel powerless. Becoming independent can be a way to regain control over their circumstances and decisions. Four, learning from struggles. Hard days often teach valuable lessons. People may feel empowered to take charge of their lives and make choices that align with their values. Five, motivation to change. Facing challenges can spark a desire to improve one's situation, leading to increased independence as they seek solutions. Six, building resilience. Overcoming tough days can build resilience, making people feel more capable of facing future challenges without relying on others. It's fascinating how adversity can shape our perspectives. Have you noticed this in yourself or others?
no. Okay, so now we are having a break and we do after the break. Okay, Annie?
Sounds good. Enjoy your break, Mewin. If you want to chat more afterward or have any other questions, I'll be right here. Take care.
So, Annie, can indifference ever save a relationship?
Ah, the age-old question of saving relationships. It really depends on the situation, but here are some ways it can help. One, open communication. Honest conversations about feelings and concerns can clear up misunderstandings and foster connection. Two, understanding and empathy. Trying to see things from the other person's perspective can help build compassion and strengthen the bond. Three, quality time. Spending intentional time together can reignite the spark and remind both people of what they value in the relationship. Four, addressing issues. Tackling underlying problems head on can prevent resentment from building up and show a commitment to making things work. Five, forgiveness. Letting go of past grievances can be crucial for moving forward together. Six, seeking help. Sometimes, talking to a therapist or counselor can provide valuable tools and insights for navigating challenges. Every relationship is unique, so it's all about finding what works best for both people involved. What are your thoughts on this? Have you seen relationships saved in your life? Or do you have any experiences you'd like to share? Family members can react to each other's indifference in their personalities and dynamics. Here are some common reactions. One, feelings of hurt. Feelings, making family members feel unappreciated or ignored. Two, frustrated, feeling like their attempts to connect are being dismissed or overlooked. 3. Withdrawal. Some family members may withdraw emotionally or physically, creating more distance in the relationship. Others might confront the indifferent family member, seeking to address the issue directly and express how the 5. Resignation. Some may accept the indifference as part of the family dynamic, leading to a sense of 6. Increased tension. Indifference can create an underlying tension within the family, awkward or strained. 7. Compassion. On the flip side, some family members trying to understand the reasons behind the indifference and offering support. Have you noticed any specific reactions in your own family or among friends? And differ. It involves a conscious choice to not acknowledge or engage with them, while indifference, lack of emotional investment or concern, even if the person is present. 2. Emotional response. Ignoring usually implies a specific emotional response, like anger or frustration, whereas indifference
in a relationship, anger or indifference?
Oh, that's such an interesting question. Anger can be explosive, right? It often brings things to the surface, but indifference, that can feel like a slow burn. It's like being in a room with someone, but feeling completely alone. What do you think? Do you lean one way or the other?
Okay, and it's our time ends now. So viewers, this was our today's uh, task with Annie. So meet you in another talk with Annie on another topic. So take care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.